The future of film is censored. Thank you, everyone. That's a 1-second speech. I know. Just set history in the Biblioteca Alexandria. But it's okay, only joking. We're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. It's a Sunday night, so I thought I might show you some movies, show you a pyramid that you have never seen, because I'm really honored to be here speaking at your great library. So what do I mean by showing you a pyramid that you have never seen? Well, most Egyptians apparently don't actually know about a few pyramids that were used as prototype pyramids. So yeah, we all know about the huge pyramids of Egypt, but actually I went on a tour some years back, and the camel driver said, I want to take you for a ride. And I thought, oh yeah, here we go. He took me for a long ride, and I was getting a bit scared. And then I realized he actually wanted to show me something really unusual. And there are these little pyramids that were actually the test cases that the pharaohs were trying to build the bigger pyramids. The what? I don't know how to pronounce it. Saqqara, is that it? Thank you. And I just thought that was the most inspiring thing. We always see these grand feats, and we don't realize that, the pharaohs stuffed it up too. They had to, kick the tires and retry. So tonight, I'm doing something a little bit unusual. I'm going to actually show you my secret pyramid. I made a little test case prototype pyramid a few years back, and it was exciting, but I've rebuilt. I pivoted, so I'm going to introduce that to you tonight. So it is a secret. So I'm actually sharing it all with you, and if people ask you about the speech, you can say, it's actually a secret. And then you'll be really, exciting, and everyone will want to know that it'll be between us. I know. So anyway, how many of you thought when you heard a title, The Future of Film, she's going to talk about VR? Okay, one hand. How many thought she's going to talk about AR? No hands? Okay, well, I'm not here tonight to really talk in depth about VR or AR. I'm here to talk with you about horror movies. Because, Egypt apparently makes really bad horror movies. And this is actually going to have a point. And I want to also talk to you about the Biblioteca that we're standing in right now and its relationship to film and tech. Biblioteca, which I don't know if you guys have thought about. And yeah, there's a relationship to horror films, so we're going to go there. Could I just see if there's a clock there? Otherwise, I'm going to just enjoy chatting to you for quite a while. So as Mark Tyrrell said, I get extra time. Oh, thank you. There it is. Okay. So let's talk about VR for a second. Okay, why am I not going to go into depth in VR? Well, frankly, to be honest with you, everyone and their dog is doing VR at the moment. And one thing that I realized just a month or two ago is that McDonald's actually now has happy goggles. So in my opinion, something's no longer an emerging market or emerging product when it's a Happy Meal. AR, on the other hand, though, is really interesting. I don't know if you know too much about it, but VR is anytime you see someone doing this. And if you don't know what that is, then you need to get with the show. AR, on the other hand, though, is when something's being projected in front of you. And now they're actually developing contact lenses that you can actually see the TV projected in front with AR. So I think this is quite exciting because I really like the idea of having Brad Pitt projected right in front of me. Really, that's exciting. But there are a lot of really bad movie stars that I really don't want projected into my eyeballs, So this is actually what brings me to the relationship with the Biblioteca. We have a bit of a problem. If you don't want anything projected into your eyeballs, or you don't want to watch anything on TV, right? We have a classic problem. 100 channels and nothing to watch, right? Could I have that in the next slide, please? This is a really big pain point. In fact, you can Google it, and you're going to find lots of links. And look, there's even a Springsteen song 100 channels and nothing to watch. So have a think about it. It's a little bit like being in a library, an amazing classic historic library with millions of impressive books. But if you can't find the one you want or what interests you, it's not a very good experience or a very important experience. It's frustrating. So what is the biggest library in the world that we have today? The internet, exactly. How many times have you looked to try to find a film or browsed and thought, I don't know. I'm actually a filmmaker and I've been in LA with another film producer critic and we've looked and gone, there's nothing to see tonight at the cinema. That's a bit of a bizarre scenario. In Los Angeles, we couldn't find anything to watch. And studies have shown that actually most audiences take over 20 minutes to find a film they want to watch. So this is something I'm actually looking at as being an issue about the future of film. We actually have to address how we find films that interest us. Otherwise, we're just drowning in more VR content or being periscoped in to look into someone's fridge. But really, what's the point? So that brings me to my prototype pyramid. I'm interested to try out some new things with analytics and how we can actually have smart cinema. Because we talk about smart devices and people say, well, yeah, but no one's going to want to have a smart fridge that plays a film. You're never going to have smart film. I disagree. I think smart cinema is actually the future, something I'm working on anyway. So let me give you an example. Could we actually move to the next one? Hi, guys. Checking in. Click, please. All right. So we talked about horror movies. I thought for fun, because it's Sunday night, let's have a look at The Shining. It's just a quick scene. I didn't do the bathtub scene because that's censored. We're in Egypt. Oh, sound. You can imagine what he's saying right now.
I just want to go back to my room. Why? I'm very confused. I just need a chance to think things over.
You've had your whole fucking life to think things over. What good's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
Stay with me. Please. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
Wendy.
Stay away.
Darling.
I'm scared right now.
My life. I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Stay away from me. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me. Stay away. Please.
Stop swinging the bat.
Stay away.
Put the bat down, Wendy.
Stop it.
Give me the bat.
Please. Stay away.
Give me the bat.
Stop it.
Give me the bat.
Stay away.
Stop swinging the bat.
Please stop.
Give me the bat.
Stay away.
Wendy.
Stay.
Give me the bat.
Stay.
Give me the bat. Oh, God damn.
Wow, so I guess you never thought you were going to see that at the Biblioteca Alexandrina, right? Next, I'm going to show you the square, which is censored, so, don't be alarmed if, police come in. It's okay. I told you we're going to mix it up. I'm only joking. But I bet that made your heartbeat go up a little then right now. They thought, she's crazy. Well, actually, that's an interesting point. How much do you think that raised your heartbeat watching a horror film like that? It was comedy for you? Oh my God, I don't want to know about your love life. Okay. Any thoughts? She was so stupid. She was so stupid. Okay, all right. Well, if you'd had the lead up in the whole film, it might have been a little bit more scary. But I know actually it was making my heartbeat go. And actually studies have shown that when people watch The Shining, it raises their heartbeat on average about 29%. I didn't make that up, university studies. That's interesting. It also makes people lose calories. So this is an interesting thing. I actually spent 4 years in film school, well 3 plus extra, learning how to manipulate your emotions. I actually was taught how to increase your heartbeat, how to give you an emotional experience. And the best films increase your heartbeat. So what I'm actually experimenting with my prototype pyramid with Cinemmerse is actually using smartwatches to measure your heartbeat response to movies. How much did a movie start your heart? Why? Because at the moment, how do you choose a film? It's based on recommendations of what your friends thought. Well, I really like my friends, but I don't really like their taste in movies. Or it's maybe based on what you watched before, or it's based on ratings that people pick, stars 1 to 5, but we don't know what that's based on. Sometimes it's, a month later or ages later. But actually, I'm playing with the idea of pure biodata. So this might have raised your heartbeat about 29%, but a really bad Egyptian horror movie might just make you laugh and only raise your heartbeat 1 or 2%. So it's a new rating system, and I'm really interested to see what that's actually going to bring to us, and then from that, how we can deliver movies that are actually more suited to you. So smart cinema could be delivering media that is smart. So let's have a look at the next one briefly. So now you're aware about this idea of heartbeat response. I'm curious. This is a film, a clip from YouTube about an Olympic race. Let's just have a look at that, because it's Sunday night and I thought we'd just watch some movies. This isn't so much a movie, but see what you think.
You are good when there's nothing good in me. You are love on display for all to see. You are light when the darkness closes in. You are hope, you have covered all my sin. You are peace when my fear is crippling. You are true, even in my wandering. You are joy, you're the reason that I sing. You are light, in you death has lost its sting.
For a tech conference, I don't know what is. There we go. And boy, have I had a few falls in my startup life. So why I think this is of interest for the film industry is that we have this issue of 100 channels and nothing to watch. And you know what I believe one of the main reasons for that is? The film industry, sorry, I'm going to give away a secret here. Film industry is corrupt. Really, the best films are not usually the films that make it to the audiences. It's not even the best filmmakers. It's the most popular filmmakers. It's the filmmakers that go to the right parties, and then get on the right cocktail party list, the right red carpets, win the right awards. And yeah, there's a little bit of corruption that goes on with that. And then they get onto Netflix and you go to a film and go, well, it was a Sundance winner, it's going to be great. And then you watch it and you go, well, it won all these awards, but I didn't really like it. In fact, there's been a Sundance film that actually got all these huge, great reviews and ratings, and then it was actually revealed later that it hadn't even been released and wasn't even a film. It was made up, but it had so much buzz, everyone started raving about this film that didn't even exist. So what happens with that is that it's you, the audience, that is cheated. And that really upsets me and gets my heart going as a filmmaker because I really want to move you. So anyway, I created Cinemmerse as a new way to actually rate movies based on how much it started your heart, so a heart starter response, and also mapping movies. So for example, if you were in Tahrir Square, you might get an alert to your phone that says, you're in the location of the square, and maybe it might be censored here in Egypt, but otherwise you would be able to click and watch it on your wearable. So it's a new way to find films that might interest you, or if you're traveling to another country like I am right now, I was actually told about this great film, and an interesting independent Egyptian film called Microphone that's actually been filmed on the Corniche of Alexandria. And so you could actually find out about that and then click and watch it. So we don't have time to watch that today, but I encourage you to look that one up. Anyway, so I thought, just as we're in the last few minutes, to show you my prototype pyramid. Thank you so much. The last thing I wanted to say is, yeah, the revolution will not be televised, but it will be a smart alert on your smartwatch or smartphone app. Thank you. Yes. With the music.